Hey, what's up, YouTube fish fam, fish tube folks? This is Racing's Natural Aquariums, and this is Rob with you here today. Coming to you a few days after the aquatic experience. I'm still dragging. Hopefully by next week I'll be running on all cylinders. But definitely for those who have not had the opportunity of going to the aquatic experience, this is something you might want to put on your to-do list. My understanding is they are definitely going to be in Secaucus again next year, and from what I heard from one of my local fish stores that had also attended and had a booth, that they supposedly signed for 5 years. So if they do, that's great, but if not, at least you know this time next year to be on the lookout for the dates for the aquatic experience in Secaucus. Now, with that being said, I mean, the experience itself was awesome, with the vendors and the tanks and the contests, the giveaways, and just all the people, young and old, that were there. Definitely made this a great experience. What made it even better or more unique was the fact that the YouTubers had their own table along with Rob from Flip Aquatic's table. And that was awesome in the sense that people got to come and meet their favorite YouTubers. And we as YouTubers got to meet our fellow YouTubers and get to hang out and just talk and, just be, without having to have a camera rolling or, doing videos. And some did, which is great. But once the cameras were turned off and, everybody was just hanging out, whether it be standing around the booth, out somewhere on the floor, or even when we all got together for dinner, it created various bonds that keep this YouTube channel or the YouTube fish community tight. There's no drama, there's no judgment, it's just people sharing their love for a hobby. And it's a family that it doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or 95 years old. It's a very beautiful feeling to be around folks that share that same interest and are just down-to-earth people. I did post some stuff up on Instagram and on Facebook, and of the people that I actually got to meet, and it was quite the experience, and it's something that I'll never forget. So with that, I met a few cool people, and they're starting out their channel with, I think one had maybe 3 or 4 with no content. One had some content that was from a while ago with like 5 or 6 subscribers. So me personally, I don't care if you have 2 subscribers or 75,000 subscribers. We're all in the hobby and doing these videos because it's something that we enjoy. I'm a firm believer personally that don't ever forget where you came from. I've seen some channels, not necessarily fish fam channels, but as their subscription rate climbs, their approach, their mentality, their attitudes really change, and it almost seems like they're above you, even though you're a member of whatever it is, that you're not important. And that's a feeling that I don't particularly care for, and that I don't think anybody should be subjected to. So, I came out with an idea with that thought in mind, which I've announced a few times, and now that the winter's getting ready to set in, I'm going to have more time to actually do this. What it's going to be, as many of you may have watched Corey's home show, which I thought was fantastic, was a good way to spend my Sunday morning, doing something similar to that, where I'm going to spotlight your channel. Now, Mob Guppies, and check his channel out, started something pretty similar. It was called Meet a YouTuber or Fish Tuber. And he approached me because I made mention in a video about my channel Spotlight. So he's already sent me a video. I watched it, and, I must have looked deranged because I'm sitting at my desk at work where we're kind of slow, and I'm playing the video, and I've got this weird grin on my face just because of how enjoyable and how natural the video was. So I'm going to use his video to start this series. Now, I had Eric Barner, who was very interested several months ago, and then things in my life kind of flip-flopped and turned. So I never really got around to getting it up and rolling. So I'm going to try to reach out to him and see if I can use his video, or if he wants to send me a new one and get that up there. But the purpose of the channel is I want to spotlight you. I want you to tell us something about you. Show us your tanks, your fish, your fur babies, whatever it is that your passion is, be it the fish keeping hobby and, you know, things that other hobbies that you have outside of it. And just take your time to shine. And, you know, like I said, 2 or 72,000, it doesn't matter. If your goal is to get your information out there just because you love what you're doing and you want people to see what you do, maybe help people out, that's an opportunity. If you're looking for subscribers, hopefully, you know, my subs see yours, love it, and subscribe and share it in the whole 9 yards. So it's really up to you on just how big this series will become. You know, and me personally, I think it's a win-win, because we're all out there, you know, we're doing our content, we're uploading and everything, you know, and sometimes you're kind of stuck in the mud and your tires are spinning. So with the channel spotlight, it's a time to hopefully get out of that mud and get on down the road within the YouTube and get your channel more exposure. And then that way, you know, you're reaching out to more people. So if you're putting out, you know, technical information or tips or DIYs, it can get out to a broader base. So that's kind of where this idea came from, being, you know, I've watched some videos from fish tubers that have 5 subscribers and their content is awesome. You know, so many people get wrapped up into the YouTube and the algorithms and all of this. And, you know, me personally, I could care less. You know, yes, I would like to try to get to 1,000 subscribers, which the River Lifer Act, we had hung out one night and we had talked about it with Joseph Hardin, and about, you know, his channel and what people liked and what they didn't like, and things that the algorithm liked and didn't like. So it was, you know, it was a nice exchange, and it got me thinking that, you know, to continue the growth on my channel, I need to give you something to watch, something to enjoy. So, you know, also with that being said, if you have any ideas that you'd like me to do something on, feel free to let me know. Put it in the comment section. If you're on Facebook, you can send me a message, you know, whatever the case may be. Because I really want to try to involve the channel a little bit more. And, you know, I think the best way to grow a channel is based upon what you guys think and what you guys want to see. So that's it about that. I'll keep you guys posted with, you know, the series and everything. Watch for my video on mob guppies, and definitely Aquatic Experience. You need to check it out. There's definitely some deals. Some vendors will give you samples if there's something that you want to try before you buy. That's the place to do it. Some vendors were just there because they're trying to showcase their product, and they're not really there on a consumer level, because technically it's a trade show in their eyes. But as us as fish keepers, it's more than a trade show, and it's an opportunity for the vendors to really reach out and touch its customer base or consumer base. So, you know, I'll run down through a quick list, and if I forgot anybody, I am truly sorry. But meeting Corey, he's a great guy, down to earth. He's the James Brown of the fish world. He's one of the hardest working men that I've seen yet. And there are some out there busting their tails too. So John and Lisa from KG Tropicals, I had a really great time with them, and you know, really got to know them as just non-YouTubers. And what you see on YouTube, take that times 10, because they're wonderful, wonderful people. Got to hang out with One Fish, Two Fish ROC, Susie from Susie Q Aquatics, Don from New York Gold. running around with them, that was a blast. Watching Susie right there at the counter for the raffles, and you know, no matter what the raffle was or where it was, you knew she was at that table. She was right there waiting. And congratulations, she actually finally won before the end of the experience. Kripke and friends and his wife, lovely people. Check out the channel. Who else? Rob from Flip Aquatics. Jimmy, which Jimmy's awesome. Brian Dahlberg. Tawanza Tanks. Baby Aquariums. Rachel O'Leary. Joey from the King of DIY. Now I know by saying that name, that raises the hair on back of certain people's necks. You know, and that's fine. I'm not here to judge. But me personally, just chit-chatting with him and hanging out, he actually is a pretty decent person. And, you know, whether he deserves the bashing or not, you know, that's not for me to say. I just know that he treated me with respect, and I return that to anybody. I got to joke around with him, you know, and he's pretty down to earth. So, who else was it? Greg and Mike from Mass Aquariums and My Aquarium Box. Mike from Green Oasis Farms. Now, he's somebody that he's just full of energy. And they came up with an idea between Green Oasis Farms and My Aquarium Box, something that can change the phrase gift giving. I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll wait for his video to come out and then check it out. Dustin from Dustin's Fish Tank, I hung out with him for a while, talking about the greenhouse and all the stuff he's gone through. I got to see the plans that he has and the ideas that he's going to have. So I would definitely stay tuned to his channel because he's got big things coming. And Justin from H2O Plants, got a crenum. It's been in the tank since Sunday night, and it's already, you know, starting to look fantastic. Great pricing, great selection. Lucas from LR Brett's. Bob from Steen Aquatics. Simply Betta, Creative Pets. Ken Lee from Twin City Guppies, which I bought a tank from him. And I think I've turned my girlfriend into a monster because she got hanging out, talking with Susie Q and with One Fish, Two Fish, and Simply Betta. So not only did I buy this tank, which is going to be a shrimp tank, she was looking at all the aquascaping, took pictures. So she's got one in mind. So now I've got to figure out how to do it. She then, thanks to Victor from V-Stag and Tyler, they handed us a winning ticket at the Tetra raffle. And I'm like, dude, you won. It's yours. Go get it. Nope, I always win here. I handed it to her. She went in. Before I know it, she's got a 10-gallon LED multi-changing tank. So then she got talking prior to this with Simply Betta about starting up a sorority tank. So who better to talk to? Simply Betta. But the whole thing about this is, guess whose job it is to get everything going? Me. As much as I try to get her involved and how to take care of stuff, somehow it only falls back to yours truly. But you know what? It's fun for me. So it's a win-win. Who else was there? Fish Nerd. Very approachable, very friendly. His and her tanks. And as you can see, these are channels that are small and huge. So I definitely made the rounds from, you know, low to high. And there'll probably be more people that I forgot about. And I am truly sorry. And I know as soon as I stop recording, 5,000 names will pop into my head. But in the upcoming video, I will take you guys around the experience, show you what was there, show you some beautiful aquascaping tanks in the contest, kind of show you the behind the scenes of what was going on at the YouTube booth. And I guess that's it for now. So folks, God bless. Have a great day. Peace. And as always, keep those sleeves wet and stay tuned for some up and coming announcements.